Corrientes Avenue is one of the principal thoroughfares of the Argentine capital of Buenos Aires. Over a central stretch, it is popularly known as the street that never sleeps, widely considered Buenos Aires' answer to Broadway as it concentrates many of the main theaters and cinemas as well as famous pizzerias and cafes, being intimately tied to the tango and the porteño sense of identity. Like the parallel avenues Santa Fe, Córdoba, and San Juan, it takes its name from one of the provinces of Argentina. It extends 69 blocks from Eduardo Madero Avenue in the eastern Puerto Madero neighborhood to the west and later to the northwest and ends at Federico Lacroix Avenue in the Chacarita neighborhood. Automobile traffic runs from west to east. La Recoleta Cemetery is a cemetery located in Buenos Aires. It contains the graves of notable people, including Eva Perón, presidents of Argentina, Nobel Prize winners, the founder of the Argentine Navy, and military commanders such as Julio Argentino Roca. In 2011, the BBC hailed it as one of the world's best cemeteries, and in 2013, CNN listed it among the 10 most beautiful cemeteries in the world. Set in 5.5 hectares, the site contains 4,691 vaults, all above ground, of which 94 have been declared National Historical Monuments by the Argentine government and are protected by the state. The entrance to the cemetery is through neoclassical gates with tall Doric columns. The cemetery contains many elaborate marble mausoleums, decorated with statues in a wide variety of architectural styles such as Art Deco, Art Nouveau, Baroque, and Neo-Gothic, and most materials used between 1880 and 1930 in the construction of tombs were imported from Paris and Milan. Avenida 9 de Julio, English, July 9th Avenue, is a major thoroughfare in the city center of Buenos Aires. Its name honors Argentina's Independence Day, July 9, 1816. The Casa Rosada, the Pink House, is the president of the Argentine Republic's official workplace. The palatial mansion is known officially as Casa de Gobierno, House of Government, or Government House. The Casa Rosada sits at the eastern end of the Plaza de Mayo, a large square which since the 1580 foundation of Buenos Aires has been surrounded by many of the most important political institutions of the city and of Argentina. Puerto Madero, also known within the urban planning community as the Puerto Madero waterfront, is a barrio of Buenos Aires in the central business district. Occupying a significant portion of the Rio de la Plata riverbank, it is the site of several high-rise buildings and luxurious hotels, featuring the latest architectural trends. Puerto Madero has by far the highest property values of any barrio within Buenos Aires, surpassing the second highest twofold. Every street in Puerto Madero is named after women. The Puente de la Mujer, Women's Bridge, by Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava, is the newest link between the east and west docks of Puerto Madero. El Ateneo Grand Splendid is a bookshop in Buenos Aires. In 2008, The Guardian placed it as the second most beautiful bookshop in the world. In 2019, it was named the world's most beautiful bookstore by the National Geographic. Situated on Santa Fe Avenue in Barrio Norte, the building was designed by architects Piero and Torres Armengol for impresario Max Glucksmann, and opened as a theater called Teatro Grand Splendid in May 1919. The eclecticist building features ceiling frescoes painted by the Italian artist Nazareno Orlandi and caryatids sculpted by Troiano Troiani, whose work also graces the cornice along the Palacio de la Legislatura de la Ciudad de Buenos Aires. The Congressional Palace is located in Buenos Aires, at the western end of Avenida de Mayo, at the other end of which is located the Casa Rosada. The kilometer zero for all Argentine national highways is marked on a milestone at the Congressional Plaza, next to the building. Galerías Pacífico is a shopping center in Buenos Aires, located at the intersection of Florida Street and Córdoba Avenue. The Beaux-Arts building was designed by the architects Emilio Agrillo and Roland Louvacher in 1889 to accommodate a shop called the Argentine Bon Marché, modeled on the Le Bon Marché in Paris. La Boca, in English the mouth, probably of the Matanza River, is a neighborhood barrio of Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina. Its location near the port of Buenos Aires meant the neighborhood became a melting pot of different cultures during the 20th century, when millions of immigrants from Europe and Asia arrived to Argentina. In particular, many of its settlers originated from the Italian region of Liguria. The neighborhood became a cornerstone for Porteño culture, being an important site during the early development of the tango. Caminito is a street museum and a traditional alley. The place acquired cultural significance because it inspired the music for the famous tango Caminito, composed by Juan de Dios Filiberto. Today, it is mostly known for being home to Boca Juniors, one of the two largest football teams in Argentina. Palermo is a barrio or neighborhood of Buenos Aires. It is located in the north of the city, near the Rio de la Plata. It has a population of 250,000. It is the only barrio within the administrative division of Comuna 14. Palermo is perhaps best known as the polo capital of the world. Each year, in November, the city hosts the Argentine Polo Open, commonly known as the Palermo Open. The name of the area is derived from the still existing Franciscan Abbey of Saint Benedict of Palermo, an alternative name for Saint Benedict the Moor. Buenos Aires Botanical Garden is a botanical garden located in the Palermo neighborhood. The garden is triangular in shape. The garden, which was declared a national monument in 1996, has a total area of 7 hectares and holds approximately 5,500 species of plants, trees and shrubs, as well as a number of sculptures, monuments and 5 greenhouses. Designed by French architect and landscape designer Carlos Thays, the garden was inaugurated on September 7, 1898. Thays and his family lived in an English-style mansion, located within the gardens. The park has 3 distinct landscape gardening styles: the symmetric, the mixed, and the picturesque, recreated in the Roman, French, and Oriental gardens. The Buenos Aires Eco Park is an 18-hectare park in the Palermo district. The former zoo, opened in 1888, contained 89 species of mammals, 49 species of reptiles, and 175 species of birds, with a total of over 2,500 animals. The institution's goals are to conserve species, produce research, and to educate the public. In June 2016, the city formed a bias about the zoo's cruelty. They had to close the 140-year-old zoo and relocate most of the animals to nature reserves, including Temaiken. The zoo property will be converted into an ecopark. The Latin American Art Museum of Buenos Aires, mostly known for its acronym MALBA, is an art museum located on Figueroa Alcorta Avenue, in the Palermo section of Buenos Aires. Created by Argentine businessman Eduardo Costantini, the museum is operated by the not-for-profit foundation MALBA Costantini, and was inaugurated on September 21, 2001. Among the collection's highlights is Frida Kahlo's Autorretrato con Chango y Loro, 1942, which in 1995 cost Costantini $3.2 million and which set the record price for Kahlo at the time. The Obelisco de Buenos Aires is a national historic monument, and it was erected in 1936 to commemorate the quadricentennial of the first foundation of the city. The avenue has up to 7 lanes in each direction and is flanked on either side by parallel streets of 2 lanes each. Through the center of the avenue runs one of the city's Metrobus corridors, which stretches 3 kilometers and was inaugurated in July 2013. There are 2 wide medians between the side streets and the main road. It is currently the widest avenue in the world. The Libertad Palace, Domingo Faustino Sarmiento Cultural Center, is the largest of Latin America and the 3rd or 4th largest in the world. The building was originally opened in 1928 as the Buenos Aires Central Post Office, operating until 2002. During successive years, it was refurbished and reopened in 2015 as a cultural center.
En realidad ya bailaba solo para mí, porque yo no podía dejar de admirarla. Chiquita baila toda la noche, luego viene y me da un beso de despedida desgraciadamente, porque mi barco se va sin ti. Yo solo era un pobre turista, ella es una artista maravillosa. Pude pedirle un beso que sería a la vez el primero y el último. Parecíamos hechos el uno para el otro, pero demasiados obstáculos nos separaban. Nuestro amor nunca debió empezar, porque tan pronto como nació ya había terminado. Parece